feel like my heart is very much at peace in Timor. The relationships that I built when I first got to East Timor, for that year that I was living there, they were so strong that I don't feel like they're strangers. I don't feel like they're friends or people that are just living in East Timor. They're my brothers and sisters. We're off to a village called Delesu, and at Delesu we're going to be helping to run an activity day for the kids there. We will be experiencing probably the worst roads in Timor on this trip. Real. What's coming up? Hey! And this is my little brother. Hey, mate. This is my Bessie. I lived in a place called Relako Crike, and I was teaching English primarily, not actually in that village, but in a village not far from there named Saloy. This here is the local water source, the local tap, which is where most of the villagers come and get their water. As you can see at the moment, flow is pretty slow, despite the fact it just rained. It's a material poverty, certainly, but once you get to know the people, once you are immersed in their lives and really start to be involved in what's happening there, you really look past that and you realise that these people are far from poor. There's so much richness in their culture, so much richness in their faith, and they love to share it. One of the biggest things that I wanted from myself when I came back from East Timor was to create more awareness for East Timor and allow people the opportunity to change their world perspective the same way mine was changed. And I thought, there are a number of ways that I can do that. There's photos and there's stories and there's video, but I think the only way that anyone can really experience a place like Timor is to actually go there and to meet the people. So in December 2009, we prepared a group of myself and 4 teachers to travel to East Timor, not as tourists but as pilgrims, to immerse themselves completely in the lives and the culture of the people who were living in the villages up in the mountains in East Timor.
So we went for just under 2 weeks. I think it was about 12 days in all, and Chris had organised us to sort of move around. People automatically start to build a solidarity with the people that are there. Chris is a very popular man in East Timor. Wherever he went, he was so warmly welcomed. You just sort of got this sense that it was very genuine, very sincere. I think my hope for the people who return from an immersion is that they can see their own world, their own lives in a different light. And so coming home, I felt like I was faced with the challenge of, well, what do I do with this? Where do I take this? What do I do with this now?
We're here at the CAVR Truth and Reconciliation Commission exhibition. A lot of it's pretty hard to look at, hard to read, hard to see. There's photos of famine, there's photos of violence and war, and it's pretty horrific. It's pretty horrific history. You can hear these stories and you can know the people, but you can never feel the pain and feel the sadness that the majority of people in Timor have felt. What you can feel is a feeling of supporting each other, a feeling of welcoming and friendship and acceptance. A village in East Timor is a place where community and where family is such a strong, strong presence. Recently becoming a father myself, my experience in East Timor is going to strongly affect the type of father that I am. I think it's changed me forever and it's made me the person that I am today. And I think a lot of the decisions and a lot of the ways that I think are because of the experiences that I have had in East Timor. Having been given the opportunity to meet these people and to hear these stories having been given the opportunity to see the world from a new perspective, I'm the lucky one.